What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name's Josh, and I am documenting my 12-week marathon training block and leading up to City of the Trees. Today we got a special one out for a dog jog. What's up, Pippin? It's my dog Pippin, and I know I film a lot of some of the harder workouts and stuff today. Just doing an easy run with my dog Pippin. 3 miles. This is the challenging part, getting across the road. All right, we made it across the road. Good job, buddy. And there's so much chip seal happening in Boise right now. The weather is 68 degrees this morning, which is quite a bit cooler than it's been. Hasn't really been getting down to under like 78 lately, even in the early hours. So nice change. Still pretty smoky. I think the air quality's maybe around like 95, 100 right now. So, and I know there's a lot of different opinions about how easy you should run on your easy days. And if I'm running on a flat, you know, running on the greenbelt on my easy day, something like that, I won't be going too mellow. I'll probably be going like 730s. But I think it's actually really good to do some really easy miles every now and then. And my dog Pippin's almost 9 years old. And so when he was younger, you know, he'd be pulling on the leash the whole time. Now, you know, he kind of maxes out for a 3-mile run at like 10-minute pace in the hills. So keeping it nice and mellow, just a good opportunity to just get out there, keep the heart rate super low. And we're on Seaman's Gulch Trail today. This is the go-to spot for us. All right, come on, bud. So he gets pretty crazy as soon as he gets off leash like this. And he's so excited. So excited, bud. So summertime is brutal for training in Boise. It gets super hot, and as brutal as it is for me trying to get my runs in, it's even worse for dogs, especially Pippin with his black coat. He just gets so overheated, and we end up, you know, he loves to run, but we end up just kind of like playing in the backyard a little bit. And so whenever the weather mellows out a little bit, he's so excited to just be getting out again. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like having, you know, something on the calendar as far as like a race or an event that I'm training for. The Boise Trails Challenge did a great job of getting me out the door a ton in late June, early July. And now I've got some exciting news. I'm signed up for the Boise Front Trail Run up at Boise. 10-mile mountain run, tons of elevation gain. Not, you know, it's not a peak race for me or anything. Just a great opportunity to get out there, throw down some really hard mountain running. And so that's coming up, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. I'll be sure to bring the camera along for that, so make sure you stay tuned. But today is just running with the dog. Good job, buddy. One of the benefits of running quite a bit slower than you need to is if you got any lingering kind of aches and pains, it's not just, you know, the distance of your run, but the intensity of your run that can really exaggerate those things. I've got a little bit of runner's knee going on. I have some ankle pain. I've got just these little things, and coming out here and just going nice and easy with the dog helps me still get my miles in, but I get back and, you know, those aches and pains aren't as bad, and it kind of gives your body a chance to recover. So yeah, I appreciate it. And run like this, dog jog's good for me, good for the dog. So we are about just over a mile into our run, and Pippin's starting to get tired. So he goes from like running ahead that first mile, second mile, he's kind of like right on me. And if you push him too far, he'll start lagging behind, like he is right now. So yeah, today's an exciting day. It's the start of the Olympics. Opening ceremonies today, and that's what's going to be on the TV, you know, the next couple weeks in our house. I love watching the Olympics, and maybe you do too. I'd love to hear what event are you looking forward to watching the most the Olympics this year. Drop a comment. I'm just always curious, what events do people like watching? I think for me, the highlight event is going to be the men's 1500 meters. Just a stacked field this year. You know, you've got Jakob Ingebrigtsen from Norway, Josh Kerr from the UK, and then we've got our American boys over there. My sleeper pick for podium is Hobbs Kessler. He got third in the American trials, and I just think he has potential to have like a breakthrough race anytime. So anyways, one of the things about most of the Ridge Rivers trails is their dog off leash. As long as Pippin stays pretty close to me, he's well behaved. I get to run, I get to do my thing. Pippin just gets to run. Good boy. All right, we made it to the top. How you doing, buddy? Pippin's sticking right on me. He's like, all right, when's this thing gonna be over? We're 2 miles in, and you can tell it's smoky out here. I've had a headache and a sore throat for the last few days just from the poor air quality. Yesterday morning, did a nice greenbelt run, and the air quality went down to like 50, and that was super nice. And then by the afternoon, the smoke flew right back in. And so yeah, I've been praying that the smoke goes away and the fires go out. But yeah, it's still good getting out this morning. For me, I just enjoy being out, you know, out on the trails, get up a little bit, overlook the city, think, pray, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so for me, you gotta think about the mental side of running as well. How can you find ways to keep it enjoyable? You know, if you're out on a treadmill every single day, that's not, you're gonna have a hard time staying motivated with that, right? And so for me, I like to do some of these kind of runs. Even if I'm doing a road race, I like to try to get out on the trails about half the time. So yeah, get out on the trails. If you don't ever leave the Greenbelt, I encourage you to check it out. We've got literally hundreds of miles of awesome trails here in Boise. I'm gonna run home, drop them off, and I'm gonna come out here, do another loop. But I do think it is good, because to do this, like, you know, that zone 2 training, I think one of the things you got to be cautious of is you still want to run with good form. And when I'm running with Pippin, I'm just kind of like trotting along. You want to avoid the shuffle, you know? You still want to be like your gait cycle to be good and everything. And so I'll come out here and run another lap, probably get 6 or 7 miles this morning. But that idea of like keeping your heart rate really low is really helpful for training, because ultimately when you're trying to grow your aerobic capacity, you know, you can do some really fast stuff, VO2 max stuff that really helps you get quicker and all that sort of stuff. But you're also really just looking at like how much volume can you do, just getting your body used to, especially in marathon training like I'm doing right now, getting your body used to a lot of time on feet, a lot of minutes at you know, some kind of effort. And really just doing easy miles is, I think, some of the safest way to do that without getting injured or overused and all that sort of stuff. So that's what we're out here doing today. I know it's not glamorous. I know it's probably not as interesting as a crazy hard workout or anything like that, but let me know if this kind of content's helpful as well. Getting to see my dog Pippin. And make sure to hit subscribe if you want to follow along in the series. See the Boise Front Trail Run next week. And if you want to see what training looks like leading up to a fall marathon, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.